Dr. Daniel Amen created an acronym, Bright Minds. BRIGHTMINDS. These are actually 11 risk factors to a healthy brain. What are they? Well, B, blood flow. R, retirement and aging. I, inflammation. G, genetics. H, head trauma. T, toxins. M, mental health. I, immunity and infections. N, neurohormone, actually neurohormone deficiencies. D for diabetes, and S for sleep. These are the 11 risk factors that affect our brain. So what is good and bad for our brain related to these risk factors? Well, I'm so glad you asked. This is where we're going to get into my kitchen a little more, okay? Let's start with B for blood flow. What's bad for our brain and what's good for our brain. So what do we do that can create poor blood flow? And what do we do that could create really good blood flow? Well, let's start with the bad. Okay, here's something that many people don't like to hear. Caffeine is not good for our blood flow. Now, I gotta be honest, because I know that sometimes when I get headaches, if I have some caffeine, it actually helps. And when you look at the science of it, it actually kind of opens your arteries and helps with that headache. But too much caffeine can restrict our blood flow. Not good for our brain because 20% of oxygen is going to our brain. We need really healthy blood flow. Some other areas here, nicotine, yeah, that's not good for our brain and the blood flow. Heart disease, well, heart disease is all about blood flow. Being sedentary, sitting around, working a desk job, not getting enough steps in the day, it's not good for the blood flow. I know, well, this morning it was about 26 degrees outside, and I went to the gym at 6 a.m. My jacket hangs in the garage, which is not heated, so it was chilly. That's where my shoes are too. I was chilly. By the time I came home after my workout, it was still 26 degrees out. It was still chilly. I didn't even want my jacket on because I got my blood flowing. When I'm chilly, if I move, if I go for a walk, it's good for my brain because the blood flow. What else is good for our brain? Well, here is where some food comes in, okay? So I'm going to show you some things, but of course exercise is good for our brain and the blood flow, coordination. Some different foods. Ginkgo is a food I don't have to show you, but here's one I do have to show you. Cacao chips, or cacao in any fashion. I love this new company called Creo Brew. I am not selling their stuff. I really love it though. I'm not a coffee drinker, but this is pure, 100% pure ground cacao. So what is this? The chai spice flavor. There's peppermint flavor. That's my favorite. That's my mom's favorite. There's some other flavors, but you kind of brew it like coffee and you add little flavoring, little creamer, if I could say. This is cacao. These are cacao chips that are 80% cacao. I believe, if I remember right, you want 70% or more of true cacao when you are using any kind of this chocolate yumminess. Really good for your brain. Really good for the blood flow. What else? Beets. I don't have any fresh beets. I just bought some canned beets. Love beets. Really good for blood flow. This is no surprise. Peppers, like hot peppers or cayenne pepper. Yeah, that gets us sweating when we eat it. Really good for blood flow. So consider what you do to get your blood flowing. What we want to do, obviously, is to help our brain, right?